Do you know the difference between Halloween and Dia de los Muertos? No? Well, today I'm going to be teaching you about those differences. I love both holidays because it shows the cultures that I'm basically a part of. And Dia de los Muertos gets compared to Halloween a lot. However, they are different in so many ways. Today I'll be talking about the history, their traditions, and their basic values. As Carmen R. and David J. said in their Latino History and Culture Encyclopedia, the earliest we hear about Dia de los Muertos is in the 1500s when the Spanish conquistadores came to Central America. It was originally considered a ritual that was practiced by the Purepecha, Nahua, Totonac, and Otomi people. But instead of celebrating it for one day in November, they would celebrate it from July until August. And the celebration wasn't made to mock death. It was more of a celebration of passage of life from one state into another. Halloween was discovered on a calendar engraved in a bronze tablet in Cologne, France in 1897. As stated by Geo Athena Traverne in the Celtic Origins of Halloween Transcends Fear, it was also originally called Samhain, or the Celtic New Year. And as Time magazine says in How Trick-or-Treating Came to America, it was basically brought to the U.S. by Irish and Scottish immigrants in 1840s, but the meaning was tweaked a little bit. Both holidays are interesting and basically have been around for a really long time, but they are really different. Like their traditions, as Miss Perdomo says in A Sweet Tradition, altars are made. Usually they have photos of the deceased loved one. They have flowers, cempasúchil, orange flowers basically. They usually have things that the person loved while they were alive. And then it's customary to make their favorite dish as a tribute to them. You could also decorate the altar with papel picado, which is a decorative paper that is cut to have like really nice designs. However, Halloween consists of trick-or-treating and dressing up as something that you think is cool. But for the younger people, it's basically just going around to houses and getting candy. And older people nowadays go to parties, play pranks. It depends on what you're into. And this leads to their values. Both holidays have values that for some reason have been forgotten over the years. For Dia de los Muertos, keeping those that have passed away alive through their stories is something that they always do. They pass down their stories through generations to keep them alive in memories. For Halloween, it was originally considered a day where spirits and ghosts would cross over into our world to cause mischief and ruin people's crops. There's a ritual that they would do where they would make a bonfire, burn crops, and make sacrifices, while wearing costumes in an attempt to tell their fortune. When the ritual is finished and the fire goes out, they relight the fire in order to protect themselves during the winter. And nowadays it's just a way for candy companies to make a profit. But to conclude, there are a significant amount of differences between the two holidays. And even though Dia de los Muertos gets compared to Halloween a lot, they are completely different. And I hope that this slideshow or presentation has shown that. And as Senor de la Cruz says in Coco, never forget to seize your moment, as I did with this presentation.